electronic and physical records at Innovate Corporation and starts her day by reviewing her RM dashboard. She notices there's a disposition assignment pending and it's due tomorrow. She clicks on it and sees it's the quarterly disposition for the purchase orders, and it seems the business owners have reviewed it in record time. The system is automated to perform all lifecycle dispositions automatically except for the destruction stage. This is automated to send for approvals by business owners. When the assignment comes to Anne, she knows it's already been reviewed and she's the last authority to approve. She takes a look at the metadata, she reviews everything, it looks legitimate, so she can filter and sort or jump to pages to get a sample if she likes. She can also change the review decision or add comments or apply a hold. She isn't sure about a few boxes, so she marks them as pending. As she's doing that, she gets interrupted from a call from the legal department. She's been working with them on a number of legal holds lately as well as some acquisitions, so they ask her to check the security levels on the Anderson Storage Services Company and set the markings for potential acquisition. After finding the workspace, she goes to look at the metadata to update it. The security clearance levels and markings not only restrict access to content, but are configured to be embedded into documents upon updates, and also in some cases to physically move the storage of the files to servers in different areas with different access protocols, and even to prevent access if logging in from certain locations. Innovate has done this to manage highly sensitive information. She changes the security clearance level and marking on the workspace and specifies what to do with the contents and how to apply the values to all the sub-items. She will only be able to see and modify items for which she has permissions. All the rules for storage and embedding metadata happen automatically. Anne needs to add a document to the folder, so she simply drags and drops it onto the folder. All configured metadata, including records classifications, security, retention, schedule, and more, is inherited in the document. Anne clicks into the folder, and she notices that the new document is put on hold, so she clicks the icon to find out why. The system is configured to intelligently recognize relevant content and automatically place it on hold to prevent deletion. This can be done based on the indexable content, users or custodians, inheritance, and classification. Anne can see this because of her special system privileges. Anne likes to check that the metadata was embedded in the document, so she views a contract. She sees the updated security clearance level and supplemental markings embedded okay, but she also notices there's some PCI information here and decides to be proactive and redact the document. The legal department will probably do that anyway if the document ever needs to be shared, so she goes ahead and does it. She doesn't need to redact phone numbers, but other information is critical to protect. She reviews the markups, notices that the proper burn-ins in the markings were created, and saves it as a PDF. She has many options, such as color-coding the markups, choosing a type of PDF, or backing out and choosing TIFF. So she makes her choices and saves it as a new version back to Content Server. Redactions can also be automated, so she makes a mental note to set this up later. Anne will always double-check to ensure the markups are saved. So she sees the PDF, opens it, and sees the appropriate and helpful notes on the redacted content. All right, now that that's done, Anne goes back to what she was doing earlier. She clicks to get to her handy dashboard. She opens up the disposition assignment again, knowing that her previous progress is saved from before. She sorts the results to find the pending objects. She sees that her saved comments are still there and decides to put those items on hold so they can't be destroyed. There can be many reasons for a hold, and Anne sees the one she's been working on lately and chooses the appropriate one. She's now satisfied that she's reviewed all the items up for disposition and chooses to finish her review, thus also removing the assignment for other members of the Records Manager group. Seeing she has no assignments, Anne now decides to work on the physical object circulation tasks, and she looks at what objects she has borrowed. She's done with a couple of them, so flags them for pickup. This will notify the records clerk to come and retrieve them. This can send a configurable email to the owner of the home location of the object with details such as barcode and desired shelf position. She goes back to her dashboard to check on the facilities Innovate uses for physical storage. She checks on the free space in her storage facilities, is able to filter by areas, and sees the distribution of objects within those facilities. Anne has great access to a record's information at her fingertips. The record's classifications are applied to content automatically, and end users have an easy and natural experience for approving dispositions.